In this video, we're going to go over multiplying monomials with binomials. So right now, I have my monomial, my single term, in the front, and I'm multiplying it by my binomial. The 3x and the minus 1 make two different terms. Whenever you have a bracket in between two terms, in this case in between the 2x and 3x, this signifies multiplication. Now, how do we go about doing this? We do it using the distributive property. All the distributive property means is if you're multiplying into brackets, you have to multiply all the terms by what you're multiplying by. So in this case, we're going to be multiplying 2x, but we have to multiply that into the first term. So in this case, 3x. And we have to multiply it into the second term. So everything within the brackets gets multiplied by that 2x. The first thing I'm going to do is 2x times 3x. How I usually go about this is I look at the coefficients first and multiply them, and then I look at the variables. So in this case, I'm looking at the 2 and the 3, and I know 2 times 3 is 6. So in this case, we have a 6, and x times x I know is x squared. So I'm writing x squared there. So all I've done is I've multiplied this first term. Now I need to multiply this second term. 2x times negative 1. Well, I know 2 times negative 1, a positive times a negative is a negative, so it's negative 2. Now there's no variable to multiply with that 2x, right? There's no variable on the minus 1. So in this case, we just have to leave that x there. We can't make it disappear, but it just stays with whatever that answer was. So in this case, multiplying out the monomial and the binomial, we get 6x squared minus 2x. We cannot simplify these terms, so we can't go any further than this because an x squared cannot be simplified with an x. So in this case, very similar example, we're dealing with a few more negatives. We're taking that negative x and we're multiplying it to every term inside the bracket. So I'm first going to multiply the x with this term. Now again, I want you to look at the coefficients first and then the variables. So we have negative x. Remember, whenever you have an x or negative x, there's an invisible 1 in front. So think of it as negative 1x. So when I have negative 1 times negative 5, two negatives make a positive, and I get 5. And now I'm going to deal with my variables, x and x. X times x is x squared. So I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to distribute to this one. So I'm going negative x times 3. Well, again, we're looking at the coefficients first. Negative 1 times positive 3 is negative 3. The x is not being multiplied with another variable, so we just have to leave it there. And I know I've gone as far as I can because I cannot simplify this any further. So here we have another interesting example. It's still a monomial times a binomial, except the binomial is in front. It doesn't matter the ordering when you're dealing with multiplication. 2 times 5 is the same as 5 times 2. So in this case, it doesn't really matter if the monomial is in front or if it's in the back. What I often do is sometimes I just rewrite it so the monomial is in front, and that might be a good thing to do when you're just starting off with these. So I'm taking that monomial, putting it in front. So monomial is in front, and the binomial is going to come afterwards. So I have to take that monomial and multiply it to every term inside the other brackets. So I'm going to multiply it with the 2x. And again, look at the coefficients first. 3 times 2 is 6. X squared times x is x to the power of 3. If you are very comfortable with exponents and exponent laws, the x's have the same base, and then the exponents are 2 and an invisible 1. So when things have the same base, you just add them together. So it would be just 2 plus 1, which gives us x to the power of 3. Just another way of looking at things. And now I have to distribute my monomial to the other term. So I'm multiplying it by 2. Again, look at the coefficients first. 3 times 2 is 6 again. In this case, it's just a constant, so there's no variable here. So the x squared doesn't get multiplied to anything, it just gets left there in the answer. And this is our answer.